recognize their insecurity. We've all experienced moments when someone tries to make us feel small through a sarcastic joke, a dismissive tone, or subtle comments that chip away at our confidence. You might wonder, why would they say that? What did I do? But the truth is, their behavior isn't about you. It's about them. People who belittle others are often deeply insecure. Their words are not a reflection of your worth, but of their own unresolved self-doubt. Truly confident individuals don't need to put others down to feel good about themselves. Those who lack self-worth often try to elevate themselves by pushing others down. This is where Stoic wisdom offers clarity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Instead of reacting, recognize their insecurity for what it is, a sign of their internal struggle, not your inadequacy. Take the example of a man named James. A colleague constantly tried to downplay his success, but James eventually saw that this person wasn't attacking him because he was failing, they did it because he was succeeding. Once James stopped reacting and focused on his growth, the negativity lost its grip. Their insecurity is not your responsibility. Recognize it and rise above. Stay unshaken by their words. One of the most powerful skills you can develop is the ability to remain unaffected by what others say. When someone insults you, criticizes you unfairly, or makes a comment meant to tear you down, your first instinct might be to react, to defend yourself, or prove them wrong. But here's the truth: their words only have power if you give them power. What they say does not define you. It reflects their mindset, not your value. When you react emotionally, you hand them control over your peace. But when you stay calm and composed, you keep that power for yourself. This aligns perfectly with Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Their words are just noise unless you choose to internalize them. Take David, for example. He worked with someone who constantly criticized him. Instead of reacting, David chose silence. He let his work speak for itself. Over time, the critic lost interest. So when faced with harsh words, remind yourself you decide what matters. Stay composed, focus on your path, let your strength come from within. Respond with indifference. When someone tries to belittle you with mockery, criticism, or passive-aggressive remarks, what they really want is a reaction. They feed off your frustration, your need to defend yourself, or your emotional response. That is how they feel powerful. But the most effective way to disarm someone like that is through indifference. When you respond with calm detachment, their words lose meaning. You do not need to argue, prove anything, or stoop to their level. Instead, remain emotionally neutral. Let their attempts fall flat. That silence, that lack of concern will frustrate them more than any comeback ever could. This is a lesson rooted in Stoic philosophy. Seneca once said, "Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings." As you grow stronger, you realize not everything deserves your attention. Not every insult needs a reply. Take Alex, for example. A coworker constantly mocked him in meetings, trying to provoke a reaction. But Alex chose silence. He stayed focused on his work and never gave in. Eventually, the mockery stopped. So when faced with belittling behavior, remember their power comes from your reaction. Withhold it. Be indifferent. Let your stillness be louder than their noise. Let your actions speak. When someone belittles you, dismisses your abilities, or questions your worth, the temptation is to argue, to explain, or to defend yourself. But the truth is, arguments rarely change minds. What does results? Actions, progress. You do not need to convince anyone of your value. Let your work, your success, and your growth speak louder than words ever could. People who try to tear you down want you to second-guess yourself. They want to plant doubt. But when you keep moving forward, focused on your own path, you strip them of their influence. This idea is echoed in Stoic wisdom. Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. You do not need to declare your strength, just live it." Consider Daniel, a man constantly underestimated by those around him. He was mocked for dreaming big and told to stay in his lane. But Daniel did not argue. He kept working in silence. Over time, his achievement spoke volumes, and even his critics took notice. So the next time someone tries to make you feel small, remember this: you owe no one an explanation. Let your actions be your voice. Let success prove them wrong, and never stop rising. Set firm boundaries. When someone constantly belittles you, undermines your confidence, or tests your limits, you have two choices. You can tolerate it and let it drain your energy, or you can protect your peace by setting firm boundaries. Self-respect means knowing when to say enough. Some people thrive on making others feel small. It gives them a false sense of power. If you do not set clear limits, they will keep pushing to see how much they can get away with. But when you stand your ground, you send a powerful message: disrespect is not welcome here. This idea aligns with Stoic wisdom. Epictetus once said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." If you are constantly chasing the approval of people who do not respect you, you surrender control over your own well-being. Take Sarah, for example. She had a friend who always responded to her achievements with condescending remarks. For a while, Sarah brushed it off, but eventually she stopped explaining, stopped engaging, and walked away. And just like that, she regained her peace. You do not owe anyone access to your energy. Set the boundary, stand tall, and protect your space with confidence and clarity. Turn their negativity into fuel. When someone doubts you, mocks you, or tries to tear you down, you can either let it break you or let it build you. The difference lies in how you respond. Weak people absorb negativity and let it define them. Strong people use it as fuel to grow, improve, and prove everyone wrong through action. People who try to make you feel small often do so because they have given up on themselves. Your ambition threatens them. Your drive reminds them of what they are not doing. Instead of letting their negativity bring you down, let it push you to work harder, stay focused, and rise higher. Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every insult, every criticism, every obstacle can become a tool to sharpen your mental strength." Take Jake, for example. His friends and family laughed when he shared his dream of starting a business, but instead of being discouraged, he turned their doubt into motivation. He worked relentlessly and eventually succeeded. So the next time someone tries to discourage you, say silently, "Thank you." Then use their negativity as energy to keep climbing. Let their doubt become your drive. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. One of the most important choices you can make is deciding who you allow into your life. The people around you either lift you up or drag you down. They either inspire growth or feed negativity. The right people will recognize your value without needing to make you feel small. If someone constantly belittles you or causes you to doubt yourself, it is not your job to convince them of your worth. It is your job to protect your peace and walk away. Your environment has a powerful influence on your mindset, your confidence, and your ability to achieve your goals. Stoic wisdom supports this. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." That means choosing friends, mentors, and partners who challenge you to grow, support your dreams, and celebrate your wins without jealousy. Emily, for instance, used to surround herself with people who doubted her dreams. Their skepticism held her back. When she changed her circle and found people who believed in her, everything changed. She began to thrive. Choose people who see your potential and encourage it. Because the right circle does not just support you, they help you become unstoppable. Remember your own worth. No one can make you feel small unless you allow it. The way others treat you reflects who they are, but how you respond reveals who you are. If someone belittles you or tries to make you doubt yourself, their words only gain power if you believe them. Your value is not defined by outside opinions. It is defined by your actions, your intentions, and your belief in yourself. Just because someone calls you unworthy does not make it true. Just because someone doubts your abilities does not erase your potential. Marcus Aurelius once said, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." In other words, what you strive for, how you carry yourself, and the purpose behind your actions determine your true value, not anyone else's judgment. Take Ryan, for example. He worked in an environment where he was constantly criticized. For a while, he let it affect him. Then he realized their approval was not necessary. He stopped trying to prove himself and focused on growing stronger every day. So stand tall. Refuse to shrink for anyone. Your worth is yours to define. When you truly know who you are, no critic, no insult, no doubt can ever take that away. If you want to reclaim your peace and power, stop giving energy to people who try to make you feel small. Their words only have weight if you allow them to. In life, you will encounter critics, doubters, and people who mask their insecurity by trying to diminish yours. The key is to recognize that their behavior reflects them, not you. Stay calm. Respond with silence or indifference, not emotion. Let your actions and growth speak louder than their judgment. Set boundaries without guilt. You do not owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Choose to surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to become better, not those who drain your confidence. Use every insult or dismissal as fuel to push forward with more determination. Your worth does not decrease because someone else fails to see it. You define your value, not them. Remember, you do not need to prove yourself to anyone who cannot appreciate your presence. Walk your path with quiet strength, knowing that true power lies in emotional control, self-respect, and choosing peace over pettiness. When you fully believe in your worth, no one can make you feel small again. Carry that truth into everything you do.